again, why? Once 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 again, why? Nowhere. There's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to go. Once again, why? Once again, why? Once again, why?
Hi guys, Tom here. I'm doing another knife review for you guys today, and this is a Benchmade review. This is Benchmade's most popular selling knife. It's just one of their for the price point and for the quality you get. It's a hell of a knife, and that knife is the ever popular Benchmade Mini Griptilian. This model is the 556 BKOD, so that's black blade, olive drab handle, and yeah, so it's a really good knife. I really love this knife. I think it's a fantastic little blade, and I will just get into some general info just to start, and then we will get into the review a bit more. You have a almost 3-inch blade at 2.91 inches, and the overall length of the knife is 6.78 inches and 3.87 inches closed, so about 4 inches, about 7 inches open. Great size, great EDC size. And that's why it's so popular. It's very compact when it's closed, but got a nice long, almost 3-inch blade when it's open. Blade material, we have 154 cm stainless steel. This is a very good user steel for whatever you need it to do, really. It's utility tasks, minor food prep, a hard working work knife, cutting cardboard, strapping, rope, busting open packages, you name it, this steel can handle it, and it's done a great job for me so far. I find it a little bit more difficult to sharpen. It takes a little bit more working, but once it's sharp, it's very fine, has a very, very fine edge. Benchmade has done a really, really great job designing this blade, or Mel Pardue has anyways, and it's a very fine edge, and so even when it's a little bit dull, it still slices like a champ, and it's a really great blade shape. I didn't think that this style blade shape would cut as well as a full flat ground, but I think in some aspects this does a better job on certain materials. But it slices through cardboard really, really great. I like this knife for a work knife. It works awesome. And it's got, for opening, it comes in dual thumb stud, so it's fully wow, I can't think of the word, ambidextrous, that's it. And left and right hand open is exactly the same, very smooth, very easy. You can also use the access lock to open the knife if you want. Just flicks open, flicks closed. It's open, close. Takes a little bit of practice, and you got to kind of adjust the pivot screw to get into that sweet spot where you can flick it open with the thumb stud and use the access lock. But it's a fun knife to open and close. When I got this knife out of the box, it was just insanely sharp. Very, very nice. And you know, with a little bit of sharpening and a little bit of patience, you can get that knife back to where it needs to be every single time. Jimping, of course this knife has jimping, has everything. Jimping is good, it's not great. I think on the satin finish it's probably a little bit better because it's not coated with that, that coating there. And as you can see, you know, it looks nice, but on the side there, it doesn't have that bite like a Delica or a Dura would, you know, just that fine jimping that really just bites. But it serves its purpose for a little tiny EDC knife like this. Does the trick, gives you a little bit extra. But I find myself with a bigger thumb, a longer thumb, I'm always putting my thumb on the back of the blade for you know, for pulling cuts and for reverse cutting like this. I just find, you know, it fits very good in the hand. But the jimping really doesn't do much, and when you're working hard and your hands are getting a little sweaty, just your finger just slides on it. So that's why I just keep my finger here. I can push down without having to worry about that lock failing. So it's very nice. It's a nice jimping. It's not the best, not the worst, but it's pretty decent. Starting down with the handle. Alright, so we have bronze phosphorus washers. Very, very smooth opening. Just quiet, and then click, you know. Yeah, you don't get that like heavy-duty locking, clicking sound, but you know when you hear that click that knife is locked. It's not a big bang. It's not a big, you know, big snap, but it's a little pop, and you know that lock is engaged and it's good to go. Handle material is made out of just an FRN. It's a nice FRN. It's a little different than Spyderco FRN. It almost seems like it's not even the same material, but it is. It's a little smooth here, and you have the texturing there, and texturing here, here, here. None of it's practical. This is a bit, but I find this FRN, once your hand's getting sweaty, it's very slippy. You can't really keep a super duper grip on the handle, but that's where you keep your hand gripped on there, and it's not going anywhere. But for fine work, you could find if you catch your knife on something, you can it's going to slip right out of your hand. But that's why you just have to use your knife with caution. And once you've been handling a knife forever, it's just like second nature. So we don't have milled out liners. Don't have a light with me to build in there, but trust me, they're lined, fully lined, but they're not milled out. The only area is milled out is for the this area here for the access lock. Do they need to be milled out? No. The knife is pretty light, 2.56 ounces according to the Benchmade website. So almost, just a little over 2.5. It's very light though, like you don't even notice it. It's a small knife. It's very, you don't want a knife to weigh nothing, so you forget it's there. But it's very light. It's easy to move, easy to just work with. Whatever you need it. It's not a heavy, bulky knife, so you can move in your hand very quickly, very easily. And that's all part of the handle design too. It's very ergonomic and fills your finger. You can grip it any which way. It just becomes a little bit of an extension of your hand for fine cutting. Tip work if you need to hold your knife to get in some splinters. Fits well. If you have long fingers, you can really get kind of some unorthodox grips on it. But yeah, excellent. Liner lock, not liner lock, axis lock, sorry. It's just a great locking system. I've yet to have it fail on me. It's fun to play with. You can just, bam, knife's open, knife's closed. Thumb stud. I always find myself using this for opening more than this, and if I use the thumb studs, I'm just going slow because it's so smooth. You don't want to miss that fail. And for guys with big hands, it's a tiny thumb stud. You really gotta get in there. But that's why I just put my thumb on top instead of on the side, and I just open it very slowly. I'm never in a hurry. I don't get myself into stupid situations where I ever have to deploy my knife. So pocket clip is something I wanted to talk about the most about this knife. Is that it don't want to go as far as saying it sucks balls, but it's kind of how I feel about it. And not the pocket clip itself, not the look, not the material, but just, which kind of sucks too, which the paint is, you know, pretty shitty. For a $80 knife, you'd think you'd get a pocket clip that wouldn't wear so easily and chip and just scratch. Like, you can see those scratches on there. And that was just from like a week of use. I've had this knife for a little longer than a week, but it's just like up there with the Spyderco Delica and Endura clips that just look like crap after a while. I wish they'd put the pocket clip from the sequel and some of their other knives on here with the little diamond tip and the nice space, the nice gap in the middle there. That would look hot in this knife, and I'm gonna try and hit Benchmade up for one and see if they can send me one. But the big beef is where the pocket clip is. It sits right on that portion behind this torque screw. So when you're wearing jeans, this knife is very, very difficult to deploy, to pull out. It just grips, and it's going to shred everything that it comes in contact with. It's really, really great on cargo pants, like a cotton, like khaki style pants. It just slides in and out of those. But on a jean, a denim, it just bites and it doesn't want to come out. I really don't like that. It's the only knife I've had that does that, and it's because of that texturing. It makes a very stupid sound too when you pull it out. It almost sounds like you're ripping your pants, and you have to check like every single time you take it out of your jeans if you ripped a hole in them. And I don't think that is necessary. If they had just stopped the texturing here and had the clip on this, it would just slide in and out very smooth, but it would still retain in your pocket because it's a very, very tough clip. You can barely pull it back. It's a very nice clip for that, but it sucks for the removing of your pants. I don't like it. Just let me know what you guys think about that, if you have the same issues with this knife. That's my only beef with this knife, and it doesn't stop me from carrying it, because it performs so good that I can't not want to carry it. If you want to, guys, put a lanyard hole on there, or a lanyard, you can, in that little hole. This is in a stupid spot. I don't really care. I never use it. But and the pocket clip is reversible. I forgot to mention that, because I'm a left-handed guy. That was a big plus for me getting this knife. I could reverse the pocket clip. Ergonomics, great. I talked about that a little bit already, but this knife is just, it feels so good in your hand. You wouldn't think that a handle on the smaller side like this would fit really good, but it just feels nice. It's a very nice, comfortable grip. It's not aggressive. It doesn't have a lot of corners. It's nice and rounded. It's a little on the thicker side too, and it's a little bit rounded in this area, so it fills your hand out a bit, and with the pocket clip there, it gives it a little bit extra grip. It's very nice. But I would highly recommend this knife if you're in the market for a knife that's under $100. There's several different versions, colors, serrated, yellow, blue. There's some desert colors like desert sand. I think there might be a coyote color in this as well, but those are available in some different editions. That comes in a Tonto blade as well. But whatever floats your boat, whatever style of knife you like, this knife comes in that style. So Benchmade did a great job of appealing to its audience. So good job, Benchmade. One last thing before I let you guys go. The blade centering is just superb on this knife. I've had this knife for several months now and used it regularly, and I've never had to adjust the pivot. The only time I did was to get it out of the box. When I got it out of the box, it was a little tight, and I couldn't use the access lock to just flick it open like that. So I just did a minor adjustment, and it didn't do anything with the blade centering, and it is just bang on perfect still. And there is no blade play whatsoever. Forward, back, left to right, side to side, up and down. whatever direction you want to turn this blade, and it doesn't move. It stays in that handle perfect. There is no play at all. It is awesome. So great job, Benchmade. Highly recommend this knife to anyone. If you have super large hands, just get the full-size Griptilian and that'll make you just as happy. I'm in the market for a full-size Griptilian. It'll be on the list because I just love this knife so much that I want to get the full-size too. And again, the full-size comes in all sorts of different varieties, styles, a little different than the mini grip. So check them out, and if you guys haven't already, subscribe to my channel, and I will do my best to entertain you guys. Alright, that is all I have for the Benchmade Mini Griptilian. Take care, guys, and as everyone else says, stay sharp.